Yay! You can comment now. Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me? Please, I think you can comment now because I can see this. Yay! Thank you, BC. Thank you so much. What happened was that when I started, they asked if the chat is meant for kids, and I said yes. So now that I ended it, I just went to YouTube, on YouTube and typed, "Hello, Fumilayo, welcome." Thank you guys so much. Thank you, thank you. You guys should share, your different, thank you, Janet. Thank you so much. Your different groups. You guys should share this live because I'm going to speak about hello, Shola. I don't know. So they asked me if it was meant for kids, and I said yes. So that was why you guys could not comment. So thank you so much, Uju. Thank you. Oh my God, this is really nice. I think life is really nice. So it's my first time live, and I like this live because at least we can, thank you, Shola. We can interact and maybe talk. You guys can talk to me. Like it's almost like we are face to face with each other. So you guys should share this live because we are going to discuss a lot, and it would be nice if other people are here to ask me questions. Obinna, the next live will be you and I will invite you to my live. Obinna, you here? If you are here, because by that time I know you will be a University of Salford student. So first of all, I want to say congratulations to all of you that have gotten admission. Honestly, you guys are the real MVP because it's not easy, especially searching for admission for nursing, pre-registration nursing. It is not easy. It's not like any other program that you just apply to. There is a lot of things to do, right? So if you are here and you've gotten admission, congratulations to you, and I promise you that there is no regret at all. It's very tough, it's difficult in every sense of it. I'm someone that likes to, some of you just join my Telegram group, why some of you have been here for a long time, like you've known me for a while. I'm someone that likes to say it as it is because for me, I like to be prepared and know what I'm getting myself into. So when I'm advising people, I always like to say it as it is, right? So studying this pre-registration nursing is not a walk in the park. It is not easy. Just know it. There is this lady, LC. If someone knows LC, so just tell LC to join this live. LC has started this pre-registration nursing in September. I haven't seen her online. Like she disappeared online. The last time I chatted her up, she was asking me for ideas on what for. She's doing an assessment. So she just chatted me up and asked me some questions and asked me for ideas on one of her assignments. I don't see LC online anymore. It is that crazy. No, Ini, you can comment. People have been commenting. You can really comment, Ini, honestly. Or is the comment section off again? I've been seeing people's comments. Ini, I'm sure you can comment now. It's on. Thank you, Abula Wangwe. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. Thank you. Sorry. So, yes. Yeah, it is functional. Thank you so much, Juju. So this is it. So if you have any question, anything you want to know about studying this nursing, as I talk, you can write the question on the comment section. Ini, I don't know why you can comment. Obviously, you can see other people's comments, right? Yeah, you can comment. You can comment. I can see you guys. Yeah, I can see your chats and your comments. I can see them. Yeah. So, okay, BC, let me say that. Like, do you want, I can give you like a brief, because I'm sorry, BC. I'm so sorry. When you start this program, you understand why I say I will do some certain things. I've really tried. Honestly, I can say that my channel has very good comprehensive information. Like, if you want to study this nursing, I think if you go through my channel, you can see, you can get good information. I have really tried. I'm going this live because by January, I think my content will change a bit, because by that time nwa nke mmadụ bụzikwa nurse. So my content is going to change a little bit by January, February. Sorry, Adefunwa Olushola. I don't know why some people can't comment, honestly. I don't know. I'm so sorry if you cannot. So, that is why. So, it's Olushola. People are commenting. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do, honestly, because I can see people's comments here. So I'm so sorry if you cannot comment. I am really sorry. What happened? What do you want? Don't come here.
Okay. Remember how you said that when I start reading...
I'm on YouTube.
When I start reading, I'll start you on.
Yes, when the time is, when we'll talk about it later.
Like when I'm 15 and 16.
Yeah, something like that. Close the door. Sorry guys, these children. Oh, BC, I think that's what the problem is. So if you don't have a YouTube account, I think you should just create an account randomly. Just anything. You must not be a content creator. I have had YouTube accounts for a long time. I got admission for MSc Adult Nursing in Glasgow and deferred to January 2024. Wait. To arrange my... I just want to thank you for your videos. They were helpful. Please drop your advice. Thank you, Manuel. Thank you so much. I am only trying to make sure that as many people as possible are aware of this program, because even here in the UK, people that live in the UK, they do not have an idea about this pre-registration nursing. There is this guy I met when I went to work. So he and his wife is already like a ward sister. His wife have been a nurse for over 15 years. They are migrants. They are international nurses. And this guy have just applied to study pre-registration nursing at University of Salford for January 2023. So when I asked him, what took you so long? You've been in the UK, you've been a support worker for so long. He was like, he was not aware. So even when, because you know, like, you do something and you are still skeptical if this is like real. Like, when you qualify, are you going to be a real nurse and all that? So when he saw me like sitting side by side with him, I told him, yes, I am almost like, I have few weeks left to qualify. And guys, guess what? I have my certificate of sponsorship now. Honestly, yes, the trust where I will be working, they've issued me my certificate of sponsorship. So I will just go ahead and apply for health and care visa. That's the skilled worker visa, and then transition from a student nurse to a nurse. Thank you so much, Chika. Thank you. So guys, it is real. There is no I don't know how to say it. Like, there is no disadvantage, and you are not less of a nurse. In fact, I can categorically say that despite doing it for 2 years, I have enough knowledge to start off as a newly qualified nurse, that even I and the people that studied BSc for 3 years, in fact, I am on a higher level because obviously this is a level 7, right? So about this whole program, it is a level 7 program. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So it is a level 7 program. That is what makes it difficult, especially coming from where we are coming from Nigeria. I would say that the toughest thing for me, the thing I found most difficult, is critical analysis. It is really something else, because studying on level 7, you do a lot of critical thinking and critical analysis that your brain, in fact, the whole UK master is all about critical thinking. When you start studying, you realize why these people are where they are today, because they do a lot of critical thinking. They think. You don't just say anything. Like, we are being taught that someone can just come and tell you to, okay, give this nurse paracetamol, and you just say, okay, you can't get paracetamol to give. No, you have to question it. If you think that this patient does not need paracetamol, even if it's a surgeon that asks you to give the patient, you can say, no, why am I giving this patient paracetamol? You can question it. So you don't just do whatever you are asked to do. So you have to critically think, and doing critical thinking is really nice. Like, these people know what they are doing. When you study this program, honestly, you understand why these people are where they are today. Critical thinking is really a big deal. Honestly, you use your head. In fact, you question everything around you. When someone is walking, like, you are saying, okay, why is he walking like this and that? So personally, for me, I found critical analysis really tough, because obviously, coming from Nigeria, we don't do anything like critical analysis and referencing too. So for my university, I'll just be talking randomly. So just pick things that you feel and like will be helpful. But I'm sure that everything I'll say in this video will be very helpful to you. So for my university, we don't have exam. You know how they set exam and then you start writing it? No. And this, because of where I'm coming from, I know exam is what I've done all my life from Nigeria. It's all about exam. Like, there will be timetable for this course or for this program. But for my uni, and I don't know about other universities, but for my University of Salford, we did not have exam. The only exam or test we did was SNAP. SNAP means it's a numeracy test. So for first year, you have to do a test, like a drug calculation. And that for that first year, excuse me, you are allowed to use calculator. So, and the score, you must get 80%. It's mathematics, like drug calculation. So you have to do it. And I think every university does it, right? So for first year, the pass mark is 80. If you don't get 80, you will not pass it. And obviously, they will give, if you write it the first time, they will give you 3 chances. Or yeah, if you write it the first time, if you don't get 80, they will send you another link, you write it. So that's the thing that is like exam that we wrote. And for final year, it's 100%. You must have 100% for you to pass this SNAP, the numeracy test. So and then the AIM course, I did a live video the day we did the AIM course. So if you are coming to the University of Salford, which I know that some of you I know already, that will be coming this January. Obina, if you are here, Topi Dex, I don't know what your real name is, and every other person that is coming to the University of Salford, you will do the AIM course and you do this SNAP test and critical analysis. You will write and write and write until your head wants to burst. So critical analysis is one of the things that I found really difficult in this program when it comes to academics. I know the controversial question is whether you can use this certificate to work in UK, in US or Canada or Australia. Is that the controversial question that you're talking about? Is that what you mean? Damilola, is that the controversial question that you're asking? if you can like study, go abroad or Canada or wherever with UK nursing degree or any of that. If that's it, please let me know. Okay, so this is it. Now many people have said that, I'll have a lot of people that have said that people told them that if they study this, in fact one person was telling me that the spouse is just blatantly telling her that she's making a mistake, that there is nothing like this program. I don't know how else to explain it. This is me physically. You can refer me to anybody. I have done it. This is what I'm doing. And I have a job. In fact, I have jobs. I had to go on track to reject 2 jobs. 2. I have to go on track to reject 2 jobs I got because I wanted to specialize in oncology, and I got a job in my dream hospital. You understand? So I had to reject, go on track and withdraw 2 applications. So I don't know what else anyone or people want for me to maybe to how best people want me to explain that if you study this, you are not less of a nurse. In fact, I keep saying it's more difficult because people studying BSc, right? They are level 6. So during writing or during the academic during academic writing, thank you so much, Obinna. During academic writing, people studying at level 6, that is BSc, they are allowed to be descriptive. But level 7 in the UK masters, it's like crazy. They will be telling us, and because we are doing 3 years being compressed to 2, it is so overwhelming that everything is like immediately you start. For example, people coming in January, by February you already have assessments that you're submitting because they squeezed in 3 years into 2. So they are bombarding us steady with assessments, with assignments, with things to read and all that. And because it's a master's degree program, there is also self-directed study. There will be days on your timetable for my university, and I'm sure that other universities do it too. On your timetable, you will see days for self-directed study. So they will tell you what to do. They will on Blackboard. I think everyone in the UK uses Blackboard. Obinna, I'm sure that by now then you must have heard of Blackboard because you are almost here. Congratulations once again. I'll see you in January. I'll be in school in January. So they will just upload materials that you need to read on your own. You understand? And also because it's level 7, nobody is going to spoon feed you informations like details. You know how they go? No. So you are expected to study, like do your own research. So if they will not go into details. They will just tell you to for example, we did a poster presentation. So they will just tell you okay, you have to do this poster presentation, and they will guide you. But you know how you want them to tell you, okay, what are we going to do? Nobody is going to come out and say it. You have to like research. I've never created a poster in my entire life, but I created a poster by my own self. I designed it. I chose my topic and I went to school to defend that poster. You know, so because you are coming in as a master's degree student, they expect a certain level of knowledge from you, because obviously you have a BSc certificate, so you are not like a baby. You understand? They expect a certain level of knowledge from you. That is why they don't spoon feed you everything. You understand? So on Blackboard you will see materials for you to read. For my own university, when they give us assessments to do, it's always first year there's this program establishing evidence-based practice, and establishing evidence-based interventional nursing, right? EBIN. For Obinna, everybody coming to University of Salford, this is like we all thought that this is at the worst assessment we will see in this program. It was a 6,000 word critical analysis, if no literature review. So you have to get what we did, that we gathered, like they will ask you to choose a topic. You understand? For example, I chose
Guys, today we are going to be reading this book.
no, close my door, sorry. Okay, so they will ask you to choose a topic, right? So when you choose a topic, you will go and search. There is EBSCO host. You go on school library, you go on Google Scholar, you search for literatures. Like we did 12 literature, 10 papers. So you have to critically analyze different papers talking about your topic. Guys, I can't even explain how difficult this whole thing is. I'm so grateful to God Almighty that I am done with all this, and I just passed all of them. I never had to like redo some of them, because if you fail, they will give you an opportunity to do it again, which is, oh my God, honestly. So it is the academic aspect of it that makes it difficult, especially coming from Nigeria, where the education system is like almost nothing to write home about. And then you start learning about referencing. Different universities use different referencing style. So for each university you are interested in, if you've started applying, nobody explained anything about pre-registration nursing to me. How I knew about this program was that my friend that is in the US. So when I was, because we have like the option, we can go to the US anytime by the grace of God, right? So we were now looking at, because we wanted to go to Canada. Like, this is like a different story. So my family and I, in fact, we submitted ITA. We got ITA from Saskatchewan, honestly, to submit. We submitted it, unfortunately. So we are just looking at our options. So this, my friend told me about this pre-registration in the United States. So she studied microbiology in Nigeria, and she went to the United States to study this pre-registration nursing. So we looked at it and was like, should we go to the US? And we looked at it, Canada. I searched for Canada. This was in 2020, right? So when I searched for Canada, I realized that the school, the next intake will be like in 2022, right? So it's really discouraged me. So I now searched in the UK, and I found out that the UK have this pre-registration nursing. And the UK, why I now quickly accepted to come to the UK, is because they will give me a master's. There is no point going to the US to get a bachelor's degree again when I have a bachelor's degree. So instead of going to the US to study this temporary registration nursing for 2 years, in the US it's still 2 years, in Canada it is still 2 years, but they are not going to give you masters, they're going to give you BSc. So I thought about it, and secondly, my husband likes the UK. Like, even before now, he like comes and goes before now, and he likes the UK because it is closer to home. It is just 6 hours, and there is no much different. By the grace of God, we are people that like know these things, right? So my husband said, okay, instead of going to the US or going to Canada, let's just go to the UK, because first of all, it's closer to home, right? So, and now I appreciate the fact that we chose the UK, because what if we went to the US? The number of time my husband have Obina, he's not here. He's not. My husband will not. Even if you drag him here, you won't see his face, honestly. So I'm really grateful that we came to the UK, because the number of time my husband have come and gone, like every time I'm on placement, that is, in fact, this is one of the things that without my husband, there is no way I would have studied this program, right? There is absolutely no way I would have been able to study this program with these children. It's impossible, almost. Because what would I have done? During placement, you need someone to stay at home. For instance, tomorrow, by 5:30, I've already left home, because I'm on spoke placement. So spoke is like when you are placed somewhere, you can go, like I'm in a hospital, right? So where I got a job this last 4 weeks, we are allowed to go to where we will work, because most of us, we already have jobs. We have already done our employment checks. We have already done our documentations, just waiting for us to get our PIN so that we can start working. So this last 4 weeks, we will go to where we got jobs, the wards or the hospital, so that we can start. It's called a pre-preceptorship, because when you qualify, you still do a preceptorship program, 8 weeks. Some trusts do 8 weeks, some 11 weeks, some 12 weeks, so that you are not left alone. Because coming in as a newly qualified nurse is really intense. Even now that I'm about to qualify, I'm really scared, because if you are a student, now that I'm in final year, I have like a bay on my own. Like, I'm responsible for like 6 patients on my own, because we are expected to practice independently, because we are almost qualified. So that is what is expected. In your first year, you cannot even do medications. It depends, because you are a complete novice. But as you progress, on your PAR, there's something called PAR. Every nursing student has it. So that's where we do all our documentations, everything. Like, I don't like PAR, sorry, it's really something else, but it is your PAR that will go to board. So it is on your PAR that's where, because by the end of the program, you're expected to have done 1,500 hours of clinical placement. So it is on your PAR that will be sent to the board by the university. So now we all went to where we got jobs. So unfortunately, where I will work when I qualify, where I will work when I qualify, is not where I am doing my placement currently. So I had to call them, and I arranged a spoke placement, so that I will go there and know how far the trust is and know how they do their thing, so that when I resume as a qualified nurse, I will not be like a complete novice, right? So tomorrow by 5:30, excuse me, I will leave the house. And what if my husband is not here? It means that I would have paid a childminder to come early in the morning and then stay with the children before I leave. So for everyone that is a parent, for everyone that has children coming to study this thing, know that if it's your wife that is coming to study this pre-registration nursing, as a man, please know that like, work don't start. Like, it's not going to be easy. You are going to be stressed out both as a wife, you are going to be stressed out both as a husband, right? Because you need each other as parents. It's teamwork. It's not something someone like just one person can do. So if you are parents and you are coming in with your children, just know that it's a lot of work, right? And that you need each other. Okay, so that is what I'm going to say, because without teamwork, if you are a wife and you are just going the left and your husband is going right, you cannot achieve it. So if you have a partner, know that this is the time that your partner needs you the most. If you are a man and your wife is coming to study this program, know that this is the time that your family needs you the most. This is the time that your wife needs you the most, because there will be time when she will be like discouraged. There will be time when you will feel like you are not doing again, that you don't want, this is too much. It will become so overwhelming that will be like, who sent me message? But you need that someone to remind you of why you are doing this, and you need that someone to push you. Sometimes there will be times that when you need push, you will need that push, and you will make sure that you surround yourself with positive minded people. When you start this program, you do not want any form of distraction, both from home, both from your friends, both from anybody, because you need to you concentrate, right? So this is like generally what it entails. It's not gonna be easy, right? But I'll say that it is worth it, because look at me. I got my first job as a staff nurse in March 2020, March this year. I just started final year and I already have a job. Yes, BC. yes, it is still possible for you to work 20 hours a week. When it was more than 20 hours a week, we were working almost 4 times a week. It is very possible. It is just for you to plan yourself properly. The thing is that the good thing about my university, they give you enough time to do your work. Like for instance, an assessment that will be submitted in August, they will tell you about it in February. But even at that, it will still choke you, right? So it is not all the time that we are doing assessment. The only thing is that there is always assessment to be done at all time. But there will be times when at least you have time. Most times it's night shift that you do. So if you go on night shifts, I don't think there is any harm in it. So yes, as nursing students with placement, the only thing that is that during placement, the amount of time, like last week I only did 12 hours of my job, like my paid job. I only did 12 hours last week. I couldn't even do the 20 hours because I'm on placement. All right. And another thing is that placement is different. Some people are placed in outpatient. So if your placement is as an outpatient, it's not really nice because you'll be going from Monday to Friday. So when will you now have time to work? But Monday to Friday is from 9 to 5. That's just the only difference. Right? Monday to Friday, yeah. So if your placement is in outpatient, it's Monday to Friday, right? If your placement is something like an endoscopy doesn't have night shifts. So it will be 4 times a week. My first placement was in endoscopy. It was 4 times a week from 8 to 5, right? But we all prefer to be in a ward to do 3 long days, which is 12 hours for 3 days, so that at least you have 3 days left for you to bank. When I say bank, I mean to work as a support worker or HCA. But if you get something like the theater, you won't be able to bank like that because the theater is 4 times in a week, 8 to 5. That is why it's 8 to 5, right? Thank you so much, Obinna. So this is what basically what it is. So if you know anybody that have plans to study this thing, it is really nice. There is absolutely nothing to lose, right? The only thing I will tell you is that it is tedious, it is difficult. There will be times you ask yourself, all this stress, are they even worth it? There will be time you feel like you want to give up. You ask yourself, had it been I know, I wouldn't have studied this nursing. Sometimes you even feel like you are the only one feeling that way. But when you talk, when you speak to your other people in your cohort, you understand. Even whites, is not only you. Even whites, like everybody, it is just overwhelming sometimes, right? But it is not that it's doable. So even if me that have children, if I'm able to do it, for single people it's like easier because you have only yourself to BC, you will get admission, don't worry, you will get admission. Okay, so that is basically it. That is basically what studying this pre-registration is all about. Don't let anybody make you feel like you're making a mistake by studying this nursing. You are not, because you are not less of it. In fact, in the world, nobody asks you if you are studying nurse and pre-registration. In fact, they barely know. They'll only ask you what year are you. You just tell them you are in final year or you are in first year. You understand? It's only maybe during some conversation that will now say, you tell them that you're doing masters, that they'll be like, wow, like there's this level of respect. They'll be like, wow. Okay, Akban said, hold on, let me read it. I'm preparing my wife to enroll for the nursing pre-registration. However, which is more advisable to go for? Adult, child, mental, or disabled? So for me, I would say it depends on what you want as an individual. But for me, anytime, any day, I will go for adult nursing because that is, for me, that is the real thing. mental health nursing is still okay. I have a friend that even if you give her 100,000, she won't come to adult nursing. For mental health nursing, they are not so hands-on. Okay, Akpan. I think there will be, you can try some. Okay, let me finish this adult nursing and mental health nursing, right? So mental health nurses, they are not as hands-on as adult nurses. For example, adult nurses do a lot of IV medication. They can cannulate, they can catheterize, they do CPR, they do, in fact, I cannot, that's, all these people that take care of people's body wounds, anything, they are the ones that work in A&E, they are the ones that work in ICU, they are the ones that work in the wards. That is adult, not, they are in the acute settings, right? My placement is in emergency surgery. You won't see a mental health student there. But for mental health nurses, obviously, as the name implies, they take care of people with mental health problems. So they work in mental health facilities. So someone with mental health problem didn't come in with malaria that you have to like treat, or didn't come in with pneumonia and all those things. Hey guys, I just got a call. So that is it. But it's all this. For someone that studied, there are people that studied adult nursing, but they are, yes, you can study adult nursing and you can still and apply. Some trust can employ you. You understand? Even if you studied adult nursing, you can work with the children. You can work in NICU. You can work in PQ. Yeah. So, what's live chat? University of Central asked for 60. Tried that man something. Yeah, so Akpan, just, I know that some people accept CCs, and I want to tell you guys something now. Applications are considered based on individuals, okay? It's individually based consideration. That's what universities, you can see someone that has C4, they may not even get admission, but someone that has C5 may get admission, okay? So it is based on individual, like if you, whatever you submitted individually. So don't limit yourself, or don't say because they rejected A, they are going to reject you. Just go ahead and apply, and make sure that you have a very good personal statement, especially if you are coming from a non-science background. For example, if you studied law, right, and then you now want to study nursing, obviously you have to tell them why you are leaving that profession for nursing. Or if you studied architecture, you are now coming to study nursing, obviously you need to tell them why you want to leave that profession. So make sure that you have very good personal statements that will sell you, especially if you are coming from a non-science background. Okay, so that is what I said. For even if you go for children, mental health, whatever you go for, you are still a nurse. All right, but for me, I would say adult nursing is the real deal. Like, honestly, it is, but because it is studious, mental health nurses have it easier. They have it easier because most of the time they just give medications, and when their patients are maybe not in the mood, and not, or even if they have aggressive patients, they are not the ones that hold the patients down. So they have people that are in the ward to do these things. So mental health nurses, most of the time, it's just to give medication, like give oral medication to them and all that. But adult nurses, they are honestly, it's not easy being an adult nurse. Honestly, it is not. The only thing that it opens you up to many pathways. You can specialize in emergency. You can work in accident and emergency. You can work in ICU. You can work in oncology. You can work in respiratory ward. You can work in, like, just choose your specialty. And for me, I I am an oncology nurse. I am an oncology nurse. That is what I am. I got a job in oncology and I want to do oncology. So I want to help cancer patients. That is what I really want to do, because that thing called cancer is really something else. So I want to specialize in oncology. So you can specialize in, and no, BC, MMU is February, not January. MMU is February intake, not January. MMU is February intake, not January. It's only University of Salford that is January. MMU is February intake. Okay, so this is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this live. If you still have more questions, there is someone that asked me about University of Lancashire. I don't know much about University of Lancashire. I don't know much about the University of Lancashire, honestly. It's not far from Manchester. I have someone that I know that, but their mental health nursing is top notch. They have a very good mental health nursing. Like, they are very good in mental health nursing. I know of that, but I don't really know much. And it's a good university. University of Lancashire is UCLan, is a good university. It is the same thing. Gignap, it is the same thing. It's called it's either you call it MSc nursing or pre-registration. It is the same thing. Okay, Gignap school. Your name is the same thing, my dear. It's either you call it pre-registration, MSc, MA, as long as it's 2 years, it's the same thing. I'm the one that chose to call it pre-registration. I can call it MSc, I can call it MA. It can also be called accelerated nursing, because it's accelerated for you. So instead of 3 years, it's accelerated to 2 years. So so it's the same thing. If you hear MSc, if you hear accelerated nursing, if you hear pre-registration nursing, it is the same thing that everybody is studying. It is the same thing. Okay, so that is it. So if you are planning to apply, go ahead. If you have applied, I wish you good luck. If you are a parent, if you are a spouse, if you have partner, if you are a family person, just know that you need dedication. You need to work together, you and your spouse, especially if you have children. And during placement is another thing. Imagine if it's 4 o'clock, by 4 p.m. it's so dark, like very, very dark, especially during winter. It's really tough to go on placement during winter. It's honestly very tough to go on placement during winter, honestly. So all these things are the things you need to consider. As for getting a job, if you already have an admission, immediately you finish your first placement, please go ahead and apply with NHS professionals. All you need to do is to tell the ward manager where you did your first placement to please sign for you. Okay, so in fact, when you finish, if you are here and you already got an admission, once you finish your first placement, just let me know. I will help you apply to NHS professionals so that you can start working as a support worker. You can start booking shifts and you start making a few pounds for yourself. Sorry, Onyokoro. I wish I was much. I'm finding benefit that after a PhD. Onyokoro, I want to tell you something. Age is just a number. I know that in my cohort there are people. I don't know how old you are, Onyokoro. I don't know how old you are, but I can say that there are people that are 45 years in my cohort and they are studying it. In fact, there are people that their kids are over 18 years. In fact, there are people that have lived in the UK for over 13 years and they are studying, and we are almost done. You understand? So I don't want anybody to feel that your age does not matter. They don't consider your age at all. Nobody considers your age here. especially if you're already in the UK. If you're already in the UK and you're watching this, it's even easier for you. So there are people that we are not young. I'm not even young. I look way younger than my age. If I tell you how old I am, you will not believe. Nobody has ever guessed my age right. Nobody. Not even one person. You understand? So don't limit yourself. Even if I have this woman, she's even studying BSc, bachelor's degree. She's a grandma. I'm not lying. On my honor, I'm not lying. I met this woman during placement. We were in the same hospital. I was like, what? It was so, as in, come on, 42. We have people that are 45 years studying BSc, like bachelor's degree, nursing. She's a grandma. Honestly, it's 42, honestly. So if you are 42, you are not old. It's not, there are people. There is this group on YouTube, on Facebook. It's called UK Nursing Student Support. Please go on Facebook and find this group. Just join. UK Nursing Student Support. I think it's white, both white majorly at this. But even if you don't want to post anything, when they post, you see people talking about me 42. I'm not up to 42 because honestly, so don't let your age limit you. Age is just a number. It is not too late to find passion, to find your passion. It is not too late to start all over again. It's just Onyi Okoro, even at 46, I'm not 35, even at 46, it is still okay for you to start, unless you don't want to. Just imagine, it's just 2 years. And you know this, this year, it goes so quickly. Honestly, it goes so quickly. You will not believe it. When you be in your final year, you will look back and like, was it not just yesterday that we started this thing? Honestly, this woman is a grandma. Like, she's a grandma and she's studying BSc. So don't let your age, if you are watching me on this live and you want to study this pre-registration nursing, please don't let your age stop you at all. It is not too late to become whatever you want to be. Honestly, I have, even if I knew about it, or I think this program is relatively new anyway, but I've been asking myself, why didn't I do this program? But it's not too late. Look at me, I'm almost done. Right? So whether you are young or old, your age is just a number. Just have the right qualification, just meet the the entry requirements for this program, and that's it. Okay, so for all of you coming in January, I wish all of you good luck. If I'm still here, both academically or whatever, even if we are not in the same university, and maybe you have something to ask, I'm almost always here. You can just, even if I don't reply you immediately, because once you start working, it's like busy, 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 busy. So you can still ask me your questions and I will be able to help you. But I still want to encourage you guys to start preparing your mind. If you're someone that have not been reading, if you're someone that just write anyhow, please just start minding how you write. Even when you start training this corner, thank you so much for this confirmation. Thank you so much, this corner. Yeah, so this is another person that is studying this pre-registration. Now, there are 45 50s. Yes, they are in my cohort and they are all passing. They are not failing, no, because nobody wants to do this thing even twice. Nobody wants to do the assessment twice. Okay, so this is this corner confirming what I just said about age. Okay, so it is okay for you to start whenever, even if as long as you can afford it, as long as you can afford to pay school fees in the UK for 2 years, it's fine. Go for this pre-registration nursing. You will not regret it. It's an eye-opener. It's open. And because you're studying this nursing in the UK, you understand, for UK trained nurses, how they practice is different from people that from overseas nurses. because and there are a lot of things we know that we are being taught in class that overseas nurses are not being taught, or they've never been taught before. Okay, so it is okay, even if it's 50 years, 60 years. Age is not it's just a number, just like I say. So don't let your age hold you down. Okay, Glasgow Caledonian University, I got a after adults to submit after submitting my WAEC. Yeah, I said this before. For anybody that comes to me for advice, I always tell that person to write IELTS. IELTS makes you have options. If you have IELTS, you are not limited to some certain schools. If you have IELTS, you can apply to any school, any university. You will not be looking for the ones that will accept C6. You understand? And you will not be looking for the ones that accept C6. What if those ones does not give you admission? What will you do? So for anybody that comes to me for advice, I always tell the person, write IELTS. It gives you more options. It gives you more options, okay, for you to apply, because this program is not as it was when we started. It's becoming hot cake, like it's becoming tougher. No, I don't think no, Gloria, I don't think you will need to write IELTS. I'm not sure. You may need to confirm from the university, but I seriously don't think you will need to write IELTS. I don't think so. But you can confirm this from the university that you are applying to. Okay, so that is it. If you have C5, just try and write IELTS academics, okay, so that you have more options. You will not be limited to any university. It opens you up to more options. All right, so this is just this life is for us to just interact, and let me just speak randomly on this pre-registration nursing, and just to tell you that you are not making a mistake by studying this nursing. Nobody should tell you that you are making a mistake. It is not a mistake at all. It is never a mistake. And if you are already a nurse, wherever you are in the whole world, and you want to come to the UK to work as a nurse, it is becoming difficult. Things are changing. So my advice for you is, if you have your license, just apply for the 1-year MSc. The 1-year MSc is okay. First of all, okay, let me finish what I'm saying. The 1-year MSc is for people that are already nurses. BC, why people are not going for the CYP is because it has to do with children. It is not everybody that has, like me, I can't do peds. I cannot do peds. I feel too sorry for them. Honestly, I feel so sorry for children that I don't think I can do nursing children. In fact, my heart will just break into two, honestly. So that is why it seems that there is not much people. In fact, for my cohort for January 2021, people that are doing CYP, they are not up to 10. They are not up to 10. People that are studying CYP, they are not up to 10 or 11. So adults is more and mental health is more. All right, so it's for you to know. I think it's because it's not everybody that can handle to see children in pain. All right, so another thing is that there's this video that I watched on YouTube talking about going to work in, how the person was explaining how he or she was able to get her credentials appraised by CGFN, those ones in charge of Canada and US, abi. So the person said that what she did was that during her last placement, she was posted in the community. it's not you. First of all, I want to say that you can't experience everything. I've never been to a community placement before. I've never been, and I'm done. So what she said was that she was posted in the community. So what she did was to go to a mental health facility, right? So to do there for 2 weeks. Now, I don't know if they have not started this kind of nursing, but on par, there is something called exposure to other fields of practice. I, as an adult nurse, must have exposure on mental health, CYP, and learning disability. It's a must. There is a dedicated part on par that you have to feel like write about CYP, and CYP has to write about adult and mental health. So it's interchanged like that. For me, I went on spoke placement in a children's ward for 1 week. So I went to a children's ward. Like now, I can take their blood pressure. You know, they are very tiny. And like for adult nurses, for adults, of course, and adults, to take their respiration is much easier than to check the respiration of a child. And children, they are always with their parents. You have to be trained on how to handle parents and the children, because most children, they can't really express themselves. Okay, so these are the things. So there's this thing called exposure to other fields of practice, that even as an adult nurse, you must have an idea on children, CYP, mental health, and learning disability. Okay, so that is how it works. So if that is what the person said that he did, that made her document appraised by CGFN, I'm not gonna say my age, come on. So I think we are all covered if this is what the person said, because I've not really looked into migrating to the US, because it's not on my mind at this moment. Like at this moment, and in the near future, I'm not thinking about leaving the UK to go somewhere else for now. Okay, so so that is, yes. So in Yokoro, you can go ahead and I even think you are okay, because you don't have young children that will be distracting you. Your kids are, I think you even have more advantage. You are better off than us that have small kids, because when you are doing your assessment, you are not shouting up and down for them to keep quiet so that you can read, or you are not waiting for them to go to bed so that you can study. Okay, you even have more upper hand. Okay, so you can do this, Onyokoro, you can do this. All right, so that is what it is. So whether you are interested in CYP is the pediatric nursing. That's what it's called, children and young people. It's called children and young people because anybody that is 16 is still a child, although they are doing big boys and girls, but they are treated as kids. Okay, so it's either you do C. If you want to do CYP, it's okay. If you want to do mental health, it's fine. If you want to do learning disability nursing, it's also fine. All of this, none of these ones are better than the other. Honestly, it all depends on what you want. Okay, so that is what it is. I hope you guys enjoyed this live. I really enjoyed it, honestly. I really enjoyed this. So if you are watching me and you're already studying, yes, Chiamaka Ifeinwanjoku, you can join my, if you're not on my, first of all, if you're watching this live and you've not subscribed, because I've not been monetized on YouTube. Hi, Ifele. And it's over this November. Well, I started this YouTube channel November last year, and it's 1 year, and I've not even been monetized, which is okay. I think it's fine. I'm not in a haste, and I'm studying. I can't do full-time YouTube and full-time studying nursing. I will just fail. So that is why I've not even posted a video for almost 1 month now, because I'm trying to round up. But I think once I round up, or from this maybe December, I'll be done this December. So once I'm done, I think I'll have more time to upload, and my content may change, because I used to like introduce myself as, hi, my name is Chisom, and I'm a student nurse. But then that introduction is gonna change, because I'll say, hi, my name is Chisom, I'm a UK trained RN. You guys, I'm so excited and happy at the same time, because it be things, honestly, what my eyes have seen studying this nursing. Honestly, it's really tough. It's really been tough, but I give God all the glory and honor. So if you are watching this live and you have not subscribed to my channel, please do well to subscribe to my channel. Yes, BC on a new level now. Yes. It is on a new level, honestly. So concerning career, if you study adult nursing, you can major anywhere you want, because some people have already asked me, can I do can I work in the theater? Yes, you can work. I got a theater. If you guys remember, I did a vlog that I got a job at the theater. Yes, I got a job at the theater when I was doing my placement at the theater. I got a job. I was interviewed. I got a job at the theater. I got a job in another ward, in a separate ward. But I liked the theater, but I wanted oncology. I'm going to make a separate video and tell you guys how I got this my dream job. Okay, in this my dream hospital, like, as in, you guys, I really thank God though. You don't understand, honestly. So I really wanted to major in oncology, and there is no better place to start off than this trust. This hospital is just oncology, nothing else. Rishi hasn't said anything. He's now, because nurses are going to strike on the 15th. Ife Nwanjoku, please join my Telegram group. After this live, please, someone should post the link to my Telegram group on the, if it's possible, on the chat. Or if anyone, you can send me an email on Chizoba-Eke@gmail.com, together, no space, Chizoba-Eke@gmail.com. Or you find me on Instagram at I am Chizoba-Eke, and then you can follow. I'm not really active on both Instagram, like because of studying now. I don't want to be everywhere, so I can concentrate. Okay, so that's it. So for Rishi hasn't said anything. Nurses are about to strike. Okay, so that strike is what they are still trying to see what they will do about these nurses that is agitating about their pay. Okay, so there will be strike on the 15th of December, and there will be strike on the 20th of December, or 21st. So nurses are going on strike. So I think this is what Rishi has in mind. So they're trying to see what they will do for nurses for now. Okay, and they are also talking about like illegal immigrants or illegal immigrants. So they've not said anything on tier 4 for now, but I'm sure that if once they get nurses settled and these refugees and all that settles, they are gonna make changes. I believe that in January there will be changes, and I hope that these changes will be positive changes. But for now, Rishi hasn't said anything. Everything are just as it is. Even the dependent visa that is rumored that it hasn't stopped for now. They said it will stop in April. Okay, so let's just hope that something is done about it positively. So Rishi hasn't said anything. So that is it. So even if you are watching this video and maybe for one reason or the other you're not able to apply to study this masters in nursing for now, I think it's also okay. You can just start off somewhere. You can get admission and study something else when you come in, and then from that thing you can progress to nursing. People did it. There is people in my cohort that just came here to study international relations. Immediately after international relations, she switched to nursing. Okay, so even if you can't do it now immediately, I think it's also fine. All right, you can do something else, then you can switch to nursing. Why people go for nursing is that you don't have to look for a job too much. You are not scared about what you will do, because before you qualify, just like I said, I got my first NHF band 5 staff nurse job in March 2020. I went for an open day in this trust, and they were like, where do you want to work? They will just ask you what you want to work. And there's this hospital that gives priority to students from University of Salford. So if you are a student at the University of Salford, this hospital, when you guys come to Salford, you understand, I don't want to mention it. So they give priority to University of Salford. So if you are from University of Salford and you apply to this trust, to this particular hospital, they will give you a job. And if you are a student of MMU, there is this hospital that still gives MMU students priority over other students. So it's like teaching hospital, like Manchester Metropolitan University and University of Salford. So there is this hospital that is like a teaching hospital for each student where they go on placement. So that it is. Yes, the NHS pay is really meagre. In fact, it was 25,000 for the bottom pay. It was 25. It was just increased few months ago to 27,000. All right. So it is really meagre. Honestly, it's not that much. Okay. So, but it's still not too bad. But it is not. It's not. It's really. That's why the agitation. Nurses are tired. Honestly, they are not getting paid for the amount of job. This what nursing is not easy. Oh. Hey, it's not. Honestly, being a nurse, if you are a nurse here, 3 boza for you. Being a nurse anywhere in the whole world, I drop my cap for you. You guys are the best. It is not easy being a nurse anywhere in the world. It is not, but it is very rewarding, honestly, and it's really good. It's a very noble profession, but being a nurse is not easy. Okay, so for this month, this January, December, NHS nurses will go on strike. Yes, respect to Nigerian nurses. Yes, Okpeoluwa, you are correct. Respect to all the nurses all over the world. You guys, except you are a nurse, you will not understand. Hi, August. Hi, August. So this is, I hope you guys are enjoying this live streaming. It's really nice. This is my first time going live. Honestly, I like that I'm able to like talk about random things, like, and I hope that you've been able to pick up information. So if you are coming, first of all, know that the academic part is not child's play. Okay, you have to know, in fact, start to search how to study on a level 7. Nobody told me that this is how it will be, because I didn't know anyone that was studying until I got here, and then I started meeting people that did it before me. Okay, but if not, I didn't know it's going to be this hectic, especially academically. You study and study and study, you do research, you use Google. In fact, you will know how to type. Even if you don't know how to use computer, you will know how to use it by fire, by force, because it's all about using your computer. It's all about research. It's all about searching for papers, critical analysis, critical thinking, and all that. Okay, and then on your placement, you still pray that you get a very good. Thank you, August. School is going on really well. We bless God. So thank you so much. So another thing is for you to pray that you get a very good placement, because there are some places that they will place you. There are some words that you will go, you'll be like, oh my God. But by the grace of God, I've really had good placement. Yes, Gloria. Yes, you get discounts in your tuition fees. Yes, most universities give you discounts. So if they've not given, if you got admission and they didn't mention it, ask them please, do I have discounts, or do you guys give discounts? Most of them, they give, £3,000, some of them £2,000. Excuse me. So yes, you get reduction, you get a discount on your tuition. So yes, most university, they give you that discount. So even if they don't tell you, ask them. They will now say, okay, yes, we can give you. So just ask them. So yes, I got it. I was not aware until my second year. So it was in my second year that they gave me my own discount. They didn't give it to me when I came in, when I paid my first school fees. So it was in my second year that I got the idea that I can get this discount. So I now emailed them, they checked, and they saw that they didn't give me this discount before, and they now gave me discounts for my second year tuition, for my final year tuition. So yes, you should have a discount. If they don't tell you, please ask your university. Okay, so that is it, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you guys so much for coming on this live. Thank you all so much. We'll be doing this once in a while. Like, if you guys want to see me go on placements, I can make a video and then maybe show you guys how it is, because now, like, I'm practicing as a nurse now. Like, when I go on placements, I have my own patients, I do their assessments, I do their medications and all that. And if I have questions, there's always a qualified nurse. As a dependent already in UK, will I pay 7K fees, or I will still pay as an international student? As a dependent, you will pay international students, because if you are on tier 2, you are not entitled to public funds. You are not entitled to public funds. So I think you pay full school fees and as an international student, unless they assess you. But on tier 2, you are still not eligible to public funds. Okay, and I know that your visa, not tier 2, not if that's tier 4 self, because even if you are a dependent and you are on tier 4, no tier 4 visa holder is eligible for public funds. And let's see you on placements one day. Okay, I will try and make a vlog when I'm on placement. The only thing is that already know that I cannot make a video in the word, because it's like prohibited, and you guys know that NMC, you don't play with them. They are like this one professional body that is very tough. Like, the NMC is not a joke. There is a professional code of conduct that everybody that is under the NHS has to practice. Like, so if you don't want to get in trouble, just respect yourself. So I'll try and make video about going on placement before I round up. Okay, so I will do that. So thank you guys so much for coming on this live. I wish you guys the very best, honestly, from the bottom of my heart. I wish you guys the very best. If you're already in the UK, whether you're already in the UK or whether you are still a nursing student or whether you just started this program, I wish you the best. It's not gonna be easy. Obviously, nothing good ever comes easy in this entire universe. Nothing, okay? But I want to tell you that you're not making a mistake. You are not less of a nurse. You are starting off as a band 5 NHS staff nurse. And it depends on where you are. Within 2 years, you can become a band 6 NHS staff nurse. There are people like that. Within 2 years, they're already wearing the navy blue. Like, you'll be asking yourself, this is my mate? Yes. So it depends on the individual, on how focused you are, on how serious you take your career. Okay, so for most of us who all want to do advanced nurse practitioners. So advanced nurse practitioners are nursing, like, they're almost like doctors. They can prescribe medication, they can diagnose, but they are not doctors. So, like, doctors are here and they are here. Okay, so that's called advanced nurse practitioners, and most of us will want to move further and do that and get that for ourselves. Okay, so if you are here, the nursing career, it has no end. It is so broad that if you are determined, you where you will see yourself is like, you will be amazed, honestly. And don't let anyone tell you that because you are black, you cannot get to the top. Please, that is very negative. That is very, very negative. Julia. My email is chizoba@gmail.com, all together. And it will be best if you join my Telegram group, okay? So I'm going to post the link to my Telegram group on my community. So after this live ends, check my community and you see the link. You always catch me one-on-one on Telegram. Everybody here watching me that is from Telegram, they know you can always chat me up on Telegram and ask me anything, okay? Yes, dear. So that is what it is. So you guys, good luck to everybody and just keep going. If you've not applied, apply. If this is the confirmation you are looking for before you start your application, I am giving you this confirmation now that there is nothing to lose, okay? You are not less of a nurse. You are a qualified, you are as qualified as anybody. You get a very good training, you get very good placements, okay? And when, by the grace of God, when you qualify, you get your PIN and you will be registered. You will be on that almighty register, okay? So thank you guys so much. Does anyone else have any other question? Because I want to go and sleep so I can wake up early, so I can get to placement on time. I don't want to be late. So if you have any other question, please put it down on the comments. If not, I will see you guys in my next video. I'm going to make another video, a video not live, okay? So, and if you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Please just subscribe to my channel. Biko Africa, biko Yalamak. Subscribe to my channel, subscribe to my channel, share my videos, tell people. Honestly, I have very good information about this pre-registration nursing because I know that many people does not know. Yes, this agent something, what's your name? Emianto Progress. Agents, they will tell you that it's rubbish. Oh. Don't listen to them. They will say, how can you do nothing? They will want to discourage you. Don't listen to them. Most of them, they don't have an idea. They do not have an idea. Do it yourself. You can do it yourself. 100%. Do it yourself. And because it's so tedious, it's not easy. Some of these agents, they'll be shying away. Somebody told me that an agent told her that this program does not exist. That is a lie. That there is nothing like this program at all. The person was now asking me, is it true? I'm like, will I now come and be lying? I cannot lie. So they will now be telling you, no. You cannot do it. There is only nurse on that. You can only do this program unless you are already a nurse. I'm like, I studied biochemistry. There is someone in my cohort that studied music. Yes, and we all qualified together. So please, don't let anyone discourage you. Someone's spouse even told the person that she's making a big mistake. That how can you not be a nurse and you want to go and do? They don't know that Oyibo don't go far. These people, these people they've gone too far. They have gone too far. Honestly, they know exactly what they are doing. Anything is achievable. Honestly, anything is achievable. You can achieve anything here. So they will be telling you that no, don't. It's a lie. I see. You can study. In fact, even if you studied, what will I say now? Before, even if your BSc does not even have anything, I said the music does not have anything to do with nursing now, and someone is studying it. Okay, one person, I won't mention her name. She was so scared. She's part of my Telegram group. I don't think she's on this live. What? Want to drink water? Yeah. You're not serious. So she was like, I studied is it law? Yes. Abi theater arts. I calmed her down. Like, look, don't worry. The last thing I would do is to deceive anybody. What will I gain? She was so scared. She was like, look, oh, that my show. She started applying. And today, she will be in this UK. Theater art, she will be in this UK. This December that I'm telling you. I encourage, I'm like, I can't lie to you. Keep going. Don't let anybody. And sometimes the entry requirements may say something that you think, hey, this thing, I did. Just still go ahead and apply. As long as you have a BSc and as long as you can prove that you have a background in healthcare, apply for it. Go for it. Okay, theater arts, and she's coming in. She's going to Teesside. She's going to Teesside, Middlesbrough. She's going to Teesside, and she's coming in this December. A lot of them that I have encouraged. So don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Or even if you're here and you're hearing it for the first time, I want to tell you that even if you're a barrister, you can study nursing. Not only in the UK, in Canada, and in the US. Honestly. Because Oyibo, they know that someone can just wake up and okay, Uju Chiama, I have BA in theater arts, so, and I got offered for MSc. So you see it. So someone can tell them, okay, you have theater, and you see. So these are the confirmations you need. So because they know that someone can wake up and something can drive you into wanting to change your career path. They are very supportive. They know that these are possible things. They are not going to ask you, hey, as long as you even have a healthcare experience. Okay, so if you are here and you are still having double mind, don't have double mind. This is as genuine as it can be. This is real. It is real. Okay, and unfortunately, it's not all the universities in the UK that offer this program. Okay, some universities, they don't. Some of them offer just mental health, like Oxford Brookes University. They don't offer adult nursing, but they offer mental health. I know someone there doing adult nursing, this pre-registration. Okay, so this is it, guys. I have to go now. Thank you all so I can't even say thank you enough. Thank you guys so much for coming to this live. Thank you so much. I can't say thank you enough. Thank you so much. You can send my YouTube channel to just click on share and send it to them, because by February they will see me on another level and I'll still hammer that I did pre-registration, because by January I'm a nurse by then. So I don't know what argument they want to argue again. Okay, so thank you all so much for being on my live. If you've not subscribed to my channel, please do well to subscribe to my channel, please. Thank you so much. I am not very consistent, and you people already know. I have already said that it's because I'm studying, but it's coming to an end, honestly. So I'll try and make more uploads, and I'm not the type that will like be doing jaga jaga. I don't know. Okay, I learned it's difficult to practice in US after UK period. What is it called? I learned it's difficult to practice in US after UK pre-registration. James Salami, you said difficult but not impossible. These are two different things too. Difficult but not one other thing I would have Kunle, it's Manchester. Both this okay, let me finish answering this question. One other thing I would have loved to prove to people is that you can go to US after studying this. Honestly, I would have done it in year. Just give me a few years, I would have done it, and you people will see it with your eyes. Impossible is nothing, and knowledge, information is power. The only thing is for you to know the right info, get the right information. Okay, is there everybody saying it's impossible? Try and just twist something, and then you see how things will bend. I don't have the USA in my mind as I'm sitting down here. I don't have USA in my mind as I'm seated here. If I do, believe me, I would have given you good information that will help you. Okay, so Kunle Soyemi, yes, both universities are in Manchester. One is called, there are 4 universities in Manchester. So they're all called Greater Manchester. Okay, so Manchester has 4 universities. All right, there are 4 universities in Greater Manchester. Number 1 is the University of Manchester. University of Manchester. The second one is Manchester Metropolitan University. The third one is the University of Salford. And the fourth one is the University of Bolton. So these 4 universities are in Manchester. So University of Manchester, Manchester Metropolitan University, the University of Salford, and Bolton, University of Bolton. Okay, so that is the difference. MMU and Salford, they are all in Manchester. They are all in Greater Manchester. University of Salford is in Salford. MMU is in Manchester. University of Manchester is in Manchester. University of Bolton is in Bolton. Okay, but they are all in Manchester. All right, so that's just it. Okay, so I don't know if anyone has any other question. What's the time? Can someone tell me the time? Let me see if I can see the time. Because I need to sleep. I don't want to go to placement late because to get up from bed, especially during this winter, is one of the hardest things to do. Because ima ọ na-akụtu ebe 5 mgbe aka ụra na-asọ gbogbo. What? 10:27. Okay, guys, so I need to go now. Honestly, I need to go so that I can wake up early and yes, okay, yes, it's true. Sorry, 9:27 my own time. Okay, so even at that, I don't think I have any other thing to say. Or if you want me to say anything or clarify on anything, you can ask. About placements, let me still say you are placed close to where you live. Oh yeah, wait, I'm not going yet. I think I remember something else. So that in case you are still thinking, so if they place you according to your postcode. Everybody has a postcode where you live. Your postcode is almost your house number. In fact, if someone is coming to your house, just send the person. The person will say, what's your postcode? They won't ask you your street or your whatever. They'll say, just send me your postcode. So during placement, there is always hospitals that is close to your postcode. And it's the rule that you cannot send a student to anywhere that is more than 90 minutes. Okay, so for example, if you live in Salford, in Manchester, automatically, most of the time, your placements will be in Salford. If you live in Oldham, automatically, your placements will be in Oldham. Isochikama, what do you want?
Red.
Take. So automatically your placements will be in Oldham. So that is how it is. Okay, so if you live in the middle, they will they will calculate the distance between your house and the nearest hospital to you, and then they will place you there. Another important thing I want to say is this: if you have a health situation, if you have any allergies, if you're asthmatic, don't let it hinder you from applying. Okay, if you're hypertensive or if you have any respiratory problem, don't let it stop you from applying. All right. However, where you must have gotten here before your first placement, because first of all they will have to place you guys under different trusts. A trust may have like 4 hospitals under them. So they will put you on your trust, then later they will put you in the hospital, in a ward in a particular hospital. For example, if you are asthmatic, when you resume, please let your personal tutor know, because they will do something called occupational health. It is a must. Okay? So during your occupational health, they will ask you all these questions. Do you think you have any health situation that will affect your clinical practice? If you have, say yes. Don't hide it. They're not going to say, hey, we are not able to offer you this admission. They will offer you. But do you know what they will do? If you're an asthmatic patient, of course, you know that asthma has to do with breathing difficulties, right? In the hospitals, there are COVID wards, and we know what COVID is. This is an example. If you don't tell them that you have asthma, they may send you to a COVID ward. And then when you get there, if you contact COVID on top of asthma, you guys know what will happen. All right. If you have done any organ transplant before, or if you have any anything at all, like if you have any past medical history that makes you susceptible to infections, please make sure you don't hide it. What they will do is that before your placement, they will do a risk assessment. All right? Before any placement, they will do a risk assessment. They'll assess you. They will try to avoid placing you where you will be vulnerable. Obviously, you can contact disease because there is something called hospital acquired infection. Okay, but they will try to protect you by not putting you where you will be more vulnerable to contact diseases, because they know that you have this past medical history or that you have this allergy that can make you contact diseases easily. All right. So what they will do is, instead of placing you in respiratory wards or inside core acute settings, they will just be very mild with you. All right. So if you're asthmatic, they will avoid placing you in a respiratory ward. All right, or any place. So what they will do is, like, most of the time they avoid to place you in a ward. They can place you in a day, you may be eye unit or day surgery or the theater or endoscopy. No one pays you for placement. You don't get a dime for placement. No, you're just going there to learn and to be trained on the job. In fact, that is where you learn to be a nurse. It is your placement that trains you. It is on placement that you learn how to be a nurse. Because it's practical. That's where learn everything about being nursing. All right, so you are not paid for placement. So it is really important that you declare your health status if you have anything that you know that will make you be falling sick anyhow. Say it. They won't tell you, they won't send you for placement. They will, but they'll avoid sending you to anywhere that will make you fall sick. All right. They can send you to outpatients. In fact, they may give everybody placement and they will not give you a because they are trying to make sure that they don't put you at risk. All right. So it's not Nigeria, because you know that where we're coming, you may hide. So because you know when you say it, they will start discrimination and all that. Nobody is going to discriminate. They are not going to tell you that because you are this, you are not going to placement. Yes, Julia, you can absolutely do that. Okay, you can walk alongside placement. Now, placement is everybody. During placement, you can only work 37.5 hours every week, or at most 40 hours. You are not allowed to work more than 40 hours a week. All right? Never. You can't do that. Is the rule. So 37.5 hours every week is 12-hour shifts times 3. All right. So for example, if you are in a ward, if you are placed in a ward, it is obvious that you'll be doing is either you do 3 long days or you do nights. Okay, so your placement, it means that you only go on placement 3 times in a week. Of course, we have 7 days in a week, so 3 times in a week minus 7. Of course, you already know that you have 4 days left. So what you will do is work according to your schedule and according to your placement, because during placement you will be assigned an assessor and a supervisor. You don't just come and start working in the ward. So when you are placed in Ward A, when you call Ward A, you will just call them and say, my name is Chisom. I'm a first-year student of University of Salford, and I've been placed on your ward for my clinical placement. They will say, okay, you already told them you are a first year, and you already told them your university, right? So they will say, okay, the first thing they will do is to assign 2 people for you. These are the 2 people that will teach you, that will be responsible for you during placement. These 2 people are they are your responsibility. No, you are their responsibility. All right. So majority of the time when they assign you, when they give you an assessor, most of the time you may have to work with your assessor or your supervisor. For example, if you now call them and you come in and they say, okay, hi, let's assume Juliana will be your assessor and Hope will be your supervisor. Okay. So they will give you an off duty. Your off duty will be the same with your assessor or with your supervisor. So if your assessor works Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, it means that your placement will be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Now, most of them are very considerate. For us that have children and for us that have families, you can tell them, please, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is not convenient for me. Please, can I do Thursday, Friday, Saturday? Now, if your supervisor does Thursday, Friday, Saturday, remember you have assessor and supervisor. These are 2 different people. Assessor, supervisor, right? So if your assessor's off duty doesn't favor you, you ask your supervisor. All right? Now, if both off duties still does not favor you, you can still plead. Most time they are really, really considerate. I am talking about my based on experience right now. Okay, so if there is any way that you can't strictly follow your assessor or your supervisor's off duty, they may try and twist it for you. But before you finish your placement, you must have worked with your supervisor and your assessor, because you have power. For every day you go on placement, you sign it in. It's called a timesheet. So you record if you worked for University of Salford, we do online PA. Some people still do paper PA, but our PA is online. You have your login, your university email and your login, and your assessor has PA. In fact, even when I qualify, I will still have PA, because we are being trained to be practice supervisor ready, even at the point of qualification. So for example, if I start my Band 5 NHS staff nurse job as a newly qualified, even as a novice nurse today, I can be assigned a student today. So that is the new rule. That is how the NMC have done it. All right. So your supervisor has PA. I have PA. Your students have PA. Everybody has PA. All right. So on your PA, you record the days, and it will be building up. For each placement, they will tell you the number of hours you are expected to achieve for that placement. So you are not just going on placement to go. So you must, sometimes they will say for this placement, you are expected to achieve 246 hours. You must achieve it. In some cases, things happen. There will be unforeseen circumstances. You may fall sick and you fall short of hours. So instead of achieving 240 hours, you may achieve 200. It means that you are owing 40 hours. It means that in your next placement, if you are supposed to achieve 300, you will now achieve 340 because of the 40 hours you are owing. So you carry it over. Do you understand me? You carry it over to the next placement. All right. So that is why it is really important. All right. Especially for people that have children and family. It is important that you and your spouse work as a team, especially during placement. What's my husband? By the grace of God, my husband is his own boss. He doesn't need permission from anybody to come from Nigeria to the UK, by the special grace of God. Some people are government workers. Majority of men, they don't like coming with their family here. So they just say, just to keep their family safe, you guys go, I'll be visiting. So if you are a family person and this is the case, it's fine. But make sure your husband should work towards coming every placement. Because if you start owing hours, you must achieve them. Nobody is going to waive any hour for you. So back to what I was saying, all right? So if your assessor gives you timesheets, they can twist it for you because you have to work, because they are the one that will be signing off. There is something to achieve for every placement. You are not just going to on placement. You have records. So it is on this path that you achieve things. There are things you still be doing reflection during placement. There are episodes of care. There is bedmate, there is care of dying, there is catheterization, there is cannulation. There is competencies. There are competencies that you must achieve for each placement. Some people don't achieve it immediately. I have been so blessed that I achieve every competency in every placement. All right. Some people don't achieve it. Yeah. So they give you the opportunity that if you don't achieve it in placement A, you can achieve it in placement B. But you know that if you don't achieve it in placement A, you are owing something from placement A, which you are bringing forward to placement B, which will make placement B more difficult for you. So this is what makes it like terrible. If you fall sick for 1 week in a placement, you are owing 37.5 hours, which you will carry over to your next placement. So working, so back to what I said, I was explaining. So 37.5 hours is what you work. Where some people get unlucky is if you are placed in outpatients. Outpatients don't do nights. So they don't roll over. It's from 9 to 5 or from 8 to 5. So you know that 8 to 5, if you do 8 to 5 3 times in a week, you won't get up to 37.5 hours, right? So they now go for placements 4 or 5 times in a week. No, 4 times in a week. So instead of doing 3 times, you now do 4 times. So it now makes it almost impossible, like you find it difficult to work because this body is not firewood. You understand? Your body would want to rest. So if you are placing out, if you get an outpatient placement, it will be like somehow dicey for you to still work, but you can still work. You can still go to work, but it's just you planning yourself out, especially during placement. All right. So yes, you can still do. In fact, this is our last placement. This is my last placement that I'm doing now. We were doing our last assessment and we were on placement and we still had to work. So we were on placement, we had assessment to submit. Like if you fail it, you won't graduate. It affects you. So it was something else. All right. But also there is something called annual leave. Remember that nursing students don't have holiday. Let me tell you now, there is nothing like vacation. Like other students, like during the summer holiday, nothing. You don't get holiday. You only get 1 week leave. So we will go to school and it will be just us in the university or other health care students. People have gone for holiday. People are traveling, going to this place and this place, but nursing students. Hi, Cecilia. It's remaining a little while. I'm almost done. Thank you for asking. So there is no holiday. You only get just annual leave, like 1 or 2 weeks annual leave, and that is you are back. So when people are on holiday, you are either going to school, to the university, or you are on placement. All right. There is nothing like holiday for nurses. Just leave, just normal annual leave. In fact, when you are a nurse, a nursing student, you are treated like you are a nurse. What nurses do is what you'll be doing. The only difference is that no one pays you. All right. So yes, so that is what it is. Okay, so I still want to say that if you are a couple, you have children, please know that you have work, a lot of work. You must work as a, I keep saying this thing, there is no way I would have done this without my husband. No way. Because he lives because he has businesses in Nigeria. So he will start. Once I start placement, in fact, 1 week before I start placement, I can't count the number of time he has gone to Nigeria and come back again, and he will fly back and fly in and fly back. Like, I just thank God for Johnny mercies for the financial provision, because obviously, if we don't have the financial capability, how will he be able to be affording flight tickets going and coming back? So I just bless God for his grace and for his provision. All right. So that is how it works. So you guys start, if you know the university that have given you admission, try and look at their referencing. Referencing is a big deal. For people that just joined, I just talked about your writing. Please start perfecting your writing skills. You will write. You will write. You will write. Honestly. Start perfecting your writing skills. Don't just write anything. You have to write and have a logical flow. And you have to critically analyze everything. Everything is critical analysis. And here in the UK, nursing is evidence-based practice. So, okay, ma, you can chat me up on Telegram, all right? So this is, I think I've touched almost everything about this nursing. This is 107 minutes. I think I've touched almost everything you need to know, okay? And as international students, you are not entitled to the NHS Learning Support Fund. No problem, ma. Anytime when you okoro. So you are not entitled to the NHS Learning Support Fund. You are not entitled to anything. All right. Thank you, ma. So you guys, I hope you took 1 or 2 things out from this live session. Thank you all so much. Please, if you've not subscribed to my channel, please do well to subscribe to this channel, okay? Support me. I know I'm not as consistent. I'm not posting vlog, and I don't know. I don't know how to do jaga jaga, or I don't know, but I'll try my best to start making videos that will be beneficial to you guys. And of course, my content may change a bit, because very soon I'll no longer be a student. I'll now be a nurse, and I'll still take you guys through the journey of or through my journey as a newly qualified, as an oncology nurse, as someone that specializes in oncology and all that. So thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you, and thank you for being here. Thank you for everything. I am on Telegram, so if you are here, please go to my community after this video, and you will see my Telegram group. Join my Telegram group. They support each other there. I may not always talk because of my daily commitments, but if you chat me, yes, ma, thank you so much. Honestly, we are now over 950. I can't even believe it. Honestly, I cannot believe it, and I cannot believe the number of people that I have truly helped to get this admission. And please, I still want to say it, that you can do this yourself. You can do this application yourself. There are people that have done it themselves, and they are almost here. I try my best to help people go through people's personal statements without collecting money from them. I may not go through it immediately, obviously, because you guys know how it is with placements and the children and family. But I still try to go through people's personal statements and their portfolio. Remember the portfolio. It is really important that you fill out your portfolio properly. Okay, I have already sent out my own portfolio, just a part of my portfolio, on my Telegram group. You can search for it or ask someone to give it to you so that you can see how I wrote my portfolio. It is the same thing. The structure for each university may be different, and the number of questions for each university may be different. But what University A wants from you on your portfolio is what University B wants. They want you to write it like that. Okay? Meaning one has to keep fees for 2 years. Well, it doesn't necessarily mean that you need to keep fees for the 2 years before coming. Okay? Okay, I'll talk about it. So you don't necessarily need to keep 2 years school fees. 1 year is okay. All right. Someone that is coming with a spouse, you can pay your school fees because your spouse can work more than 20 hours a week. So all you need to do is pay the deposit and come in. Your spouse can work. You see, abroad, there is money here. Sorry. There is money here. But you have to be hardworking. If you are lazy, you won't make anything. When we came in, I live in a terrace now. All right. When we came in, we used to live in a 2-bedroom apartment. That is where we started. But now, it can only get better, to be honest. Okay, so this is my kitchen, and my dining is in front of me. And we have a hallway, very big hallway, and we have staircase, and we have bedrooms upstairs. Okay, so don't be afraid to start small. Even if everybody is madam in Nigeria, every married woman with kids and their husband has a car is a madam. But don't have it in mind that you'll be madam here immediately you come in. Unless your husband is now Jagaban, that is extremely rich. Even if you are rich, it is always necessary that you come in and study your environment and really start on a very small scale. All right? You don't have to prove anything to anybody when you are here. That is the beauty of living abroad. No one cares. Okay? So don't be afraid to start small. Don't think most people live in mansions in Nigeria. They live in duplexes. But when they come here, they realize that they have to adjust so much that they start thinking, how did I leave these things and come here? Give it time. Trust me, give it time. Don't be scared to start small. Don't ever be scared to start small. All right? Studying 2 years is not easy. If it's a 1-year program, you already know that by the end of the year, you have finished paying for your school fees. But once you are done with this first year, there is still second year. So as a woman, if you are the one that is studying, your husband is supporting you, and he's working, just calm down. When you come here, you will see people that you people don't, especially if you are not here, like people drive cars here. Like you come to support work, like you come to work and you see someone's Mercedes. Like the woman will come down from the Mercedes, will be like, wow, Don't worry, because you don't know how long this person have been here. So don't make sure you don't use your chapter 1 and be comparing to someone else's chapter 10. It will give you high blood pressure, especially coming to study nursing. So immediately you come in, and if you are coming with a family, this financial implication of relocating abroad is so overwhelming that if you see anybody that have relocated, you just jar the person Ike, because it's not easy. All right. So it's not as if you keep 1 year. No, you don't have to keep down the 2 years school fees, but when you come, you start working towards paying it, as in saving once you finish your first year. And the same thing they did for you, pay deposit and then you pay, that's what they will still do for you in second year. Nobody will tell you to pay your second year school fees once. No. So you know how you paid deposits and you now start, they splitted it. It's the same thing that they're going to do for you. Okay. So what's this question? Are there holidays where someone can work more than 20 hours to pay? Yes. So this coming Christmas holiday now, we can work, like when school is, when you are not on term time, you can work more than 20 hours. Excuse me. Okay, so when you are not on term time, you can work, like this Christmas holiday now, it is not a term time. Universities have gone on break. You can work more than 20 hours. But once it is official, university resumes, stop. All right, because they have your record. Even if you work 1 hour, it can be used, like 1 hour more, it can be used against you. So yes, during your term time, please don't work more than 20 hours. But if it's not your term time, they will give you your year planner when you come in, so that you can see when you're on holiday and when you are not. All right. So this Christmas holiday, all of us, including me, like this, I'm going to work more than 20 hours. All right. So yes, but the unfortunate thing as nurses is that we don't have like proper holiday, like 1 month, never. You don't get that as a student nurse. All right. But if you have a spouse, your spouse can work 100 hours in a week. So that's why it's more favorable for people coming with partners, because 2 heads, we all know, are better than 1. Unless maybe you are single and your family can still be supporting you, then it's fine. But if you have a partner, I can categorically tell you that you can sponsor yourself for these 2 years. Yes, you can do it. Okay, so that is it. I think if there is anything else you guys want me to talk about, you can say it. But I can only encourage all of you. Hi, Chisom, how do you manage? Hey, these kids, so So remember that I said, everybody that have been asking about kids, remember that I said that my husband comes. So when my husband is not around, what do I do? Fortunately for me, we were lucky that throughout 2021 it was online. All right. The only time we had to go to university is during clinical skills. Clinical skills is different from clinical placement. Clinical skill, every university has something like a hospital ward in every university. Like, you have hospital bed. You have mannequins where you can practice and do your blood transfusion and nasogastric insertion and catheterization. So every university has it. So you go to university to learn how to do these things. At least before you go on placement, you can't go on placement a complete novice. Maybe they've never even shown you manual blood pressure. So they've never even shown you manual blood pressure before. So you go on clinical skills to learn how to do all these basic things before you now start placement. So we all go on clinical skills. So that was the only time in 2021 that we went in. So so you obviously, you know that it will be easy for me because I'm not going to school. So lectures were online then. It was really, I honestly, I cannot even thank God enough. All right, it was really nice for us, especially we mothers. Now, this year, COVID, of course, COVID, nobody's now, there are still COVID cases in the hospital. We still wear masks in the hospital, all right? But we now started doing classes. Fortunately, again, lectures are highest you will go for lecture in every week is 3 times. The highest number of times you go into the university is 3 times. All right. For my university, we do lectures 9 to 12. That's the morning session, the University of Salford. So if you are planning to go to Salford, this will be very peculiar to you unless they change things. So the University of Salford, we go 9 to 12. That's the morning session. We go on like half an hour break, and then we come back at 1, and then we do 1 to 3. Every school in the UK, every primary school and secondary school, they close by 3. Oh no, half 3. Yeah, 3 or half 3. In fact, 3, not half 3. So fortunately, what I do is, if I go to school, I'll stay for morning lecture. If that lecture is like really the afternoon session, if the afternoon session is like really important that I have to stay behind, I may call the school and tell them, please, I'll be a little bit late to pick up the kids, because it's always picking them up that is the problem. Going for school run. And luckily, they don't go to school very early like they go in Nigeria. So in Nigeria, school starts, is it 8 or 7:30? But here, school starts 8:45 and 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock is when the gate closes for primary school and even secondary school, I think. Right? So what I do is 8:45, I make sure I am I'm with my children. And if you have children, please make sure that you come in with your international driver's license. It will help you a whole lot. And if you have children, you have to because you are going to undergo stress, especially as a mother, okay? Especially if your husband is not here. So like you have to be very courageous. You have to be extremely courageous, okay? Because you almost do everything by yourself, on your own. Except when hobby comes, it becomes easier for you, okay? So get your international driver's license. When you come in, start driving. You can do it. You can get someone to pay, just help you. No one taught me. I didn't pay anybody to teach me how to drive in the UK when I came in. I just started driving. I just knew that stay on the left. Naga, akep. You got that? So that's it. So I was driving. So what I do is, I'll answer your question, Excel. So what I do is, I will make sure that I get everything ready. On the day I have lectures, I get ready with my children at the same time. Now, I am still up this time, all right? So what you still do is get everything ready. They do school lunch, so you don't have to pack lunch packs for them. You know how you back Eliana in the morning and give them lunch packs? No. So the school will give them food. All right. Although if your child is from like nursery 1 to year 2, you will not pay. School food is free, but from primary 3 to upwards, you pay. That the school will tell you how much you will pay for every week, which is better for you than every day you wake up in and pack your lunch. As in, you will be running around to pack lunch for them so that they can take them to school. So what I do is this: when hobby is not around and I have lecture, I'll make sure that the night before the day I have lecture, I'll just get the whole house ready, get their uniform ready, just hang it and all that. In the morning, we all get ready at the same time, right? 8:45, we are already in front of the school waiting for the gates to open, or 8:40, sorry. So in fact 8:30, right? So when we get there, immediately the gate opens. I'll walk the children to the gate, they will enter their school, and then I'll start going to my own school. I'll stay there till 2:45. Remember that they close 3, and their school is like 15 minutes drive. Most of the time, the tutors are very considerate. You can take excuse and then you leave. By the time you get to school, it will be 3 o'clock. You pick them up, you go home, you give them food. All right? If hubby is not here and I want to do night shift, I will get a child minder and pay the person to stay with them while I go to work. And then in the morning, I'll come back, the person will leave. Sometimes we can go to clinical skills and they will schedule it afternoon and we'll have to stay like till 4. What I will do is, if I have like a parent that I know, or I can call the school and tell school, please, I will be late today. And they will know. If I'm late, like 2:30, I'll go there, pick them up, and all of us will go home, right? So that's basically how we manage them. You will need child minders for the times that you will not be there. And for the times you'll be there, you do it yourself until your husband comes, all right? So just know that at some point, you will need to pay child minders if your husband is not coming to stay permanently with you. So how much a child minder collects is different. Some will collect £50 for the whole night, some 80, some do £4 per hour. It depends on the person you meet. Some of them £200. It depends on and maybe where you are. All right. So that is how we manage with kids. All right. Just make sure that you're on top of your game and everything. Just make sure that as in before in the morning, you get their things ready. All of you will go. When you are coming back, you pick them. All of you will go back home. You make food, the same thing. So luckily, you are not doing this you are not going to lectures every day of the week. Okay, so that is it. What's this question? What do you think about someone with a first degree in pharmacy applying for MSc? Is Excel. The chances are not slim, dear. You have very good chances as a pharmacist if you want to study nursing. Okay, you have very good. In fact, I know someone that applied with experience in pharmacy. She did not even study pharmacy. She just applied that she got her experience, her health experience in pharmacy, and she got her admission. Is it true that Ophelie Hendricks? Is it true that jobs are now difficult to get as international students? How? I don't understand why they are difficult. So what kind of job do you mean? Do you mean like the normal, like 20 hours job? Job is not difficult. It is not. It's not difficult. Okay? So that is not entirely true. Please, can you link me up with someone doing pre-registration in Huddersfield? Huddersfield is far from me. I don't even know anybody there. But if I happen to find anybody, I will let you know. Okay? So that is how I cope with kids. And sometimes, even if your husband, for one or two reasons, does not come during placement, you will need a childminder. Okay, so it means that your childminder will come in the morning because placement starts 7:30. All right, so it means that you have to leave the house. So it's more difficult if your husband is not there during placement. Okay, it is more difficult because sometimes before you even get home, the children have slept. Before they wake up, you have left. Before you come back, they have slept. Sometimes I don't see my children. If I have like back-to-back 3 long days, I don't see them like for 2 days or so. Unless I was released on time, then I can come before they go to bed. But sometimes they have already gone to bed before I come back home. All right, so this is why it's important that you need someone to be there during placement, especially. You can manage outside placement, but outside of placement, there must be someone with you. Okay? So guys, thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Please join my Telegram group if you are new to this channel. My name is Chizoba-Eke. I am a wife, a mom, and a student nurse in the UK. And I'm studying pre-registration adult nursing, and I am almost a nurse. Okay? So thank you all so much for being there. Have a wonderful night. I will leave you guys in Nigeria because it's really, really late now. Okay? So thank you guys so much, and I will see you guys. If you've not subscribed to my channel, please help me subscribe to this channel. Okay? Bye.